When we hear the question, what would you do if you knew for a fact that you could not fail? Our minds usually jump straight to career, but in my opinion, that barely scratches the surface. That's very surface level. The real question is, what part of our lives would we finally pursue if we stopped shutting down our own dreams before they even start? Because fulfillment doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from letting ourselves imagine more than life we've settled into. So here's the problem. When we hear that question, something wakes up in us. We think bigger. We picture the life we'd build if we didn't instantly drown our own dreams in practicality. Not because we're scared of judgment, but because life gets busy. Responsibilities stack up. Dreaming slowly gets pushed into the background. This question isn't unrealistic. It's a reminder that we're still allowed to want meaning, not just stability. Sometimes the biggest barrier isn't failure. It's forgetting that we're allowed to dream. Let's start with who we are deep down underneath all the layers. Under the title, the responsibilities, the expectations, we strip all that away. If we knew we couldn't fail, who would we grow into? Would we speak with more conviction, carry ourselves with more intention, take our ideas seriously instead of brushing them off? Would we allow ourselves to want more than just getting through the week? This isn't about escaping reality. It's about remembering we're allowed to evolve. Identity isn't reinvention. It's uncovering the parts of ourselves we buried under routine and responsibility. A lot of us spend years being the steady one, the reliable one, the problem solver, the workhorse, who keeps everything standing so nobody else has to fall apart. And along the way, our own needs slide to the bottom of the list. Our wants get delayed. Our dreams get labeled as maybe one day. If failure wasn't on the table, how would we show up differently with the people in our lives? Would we stop carrying the emotional weight for everyone else? Would we stop reshaping our lives around other people's comfort? Finally say no without guilt? Give more energy to relationships that support us and less to the ones that drain us? We don't want to abandon anyone. We just need to stop abandoning ourselves and our dreams. Purpose isn't about quitting everything and chasing a fantasy. Purpose is direction. A life that's moving towards something that matters to us. If failure didn't exist, what would we explore? What challenge would we take seriously? What skill would we learn? What passion would we stop trivializing? Every one of us has something we still want to try, and it rarely needs a perfect moment. This question isn't about creating some perfect alternate universe. It's about revealing the desires we still carry, the ones we stopped talking about, not because they were impossible, but because life got loud. It shows us what still matters. So instead of asking, what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? Let's ask, what would I do if I finally allowed myself to dream again? Because dreaming isn't childish. It's how we build a life worth living. In closing, we underestimate how much excitement comes back into our lives the moment we start moving towards a dream, even in tiny steps. We don't need to overhaul everything. We don't need to leap. We just need movement. Because fulfillment doesn't only come from achieving the dream, it comes from walking towards it. The journey gives us momentum. The journey gives us direction. The journey reminds us that that dream still matters. And it doesn't matter how small the step is. What matters is that it's towards something meaningful to you. When we start moving towards something that matters, our confidence shifts, our energy shifts, our entire outlook shifts. Not because we've arrived, but because we're finally on the path. Start anyway. Move anyway. Even an inch forward is enough. The journey toward your dream will bring you more fulfillment than standing still ever will. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Seth. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely. And if you're still doom scrolling, check out one of these videos over here because I'm sure one of them is right up your alley. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.